One Piece Season 2, 2026, only on Netflix. The sea is shaking again. And this time, it's not the waves. Something powerful is rising from the deep. A new journey is calling the Straw Hat Crew, one that will push them further, harder, and deeper into the unknown than ever before. Season 2 isn't just a return. It's a warning. Because when the Grand Line opens, everything changes. The ocean lies under a heavy sky, dark and tense, as if it knows what is coming next. Lightning flashes over the open water, revealing the silent outline of a ship cutting through the storm. For a moment, the world feels still waiting. Then, a low rumble breaks across the sea, the kind that tells you something big is about to happen. In the distance, a single straw hat hangs from the mast, swaying in the wind like a promise. This is the calm before the next storm. A storm the Straw Hat Crew has been preparing for since the moment they set sail. Season 2 begins with a new energy, a new danger, and a new adventure that stretches far beyond anything they faced before. The world is growing wider, stranger, and far more dangerous than the East Blue they left behind. The Grand Line is no ordinary sea. It twists rules, bends nature, and breaks the weak. But to the ones who chase dreams, it becomes the only path forward. As the waves crash harder, the memories of Season 1 flicker like old film. Luffy declaring his dream. Zoro standing tall after every fall. Nami's tearful plea. Sangi's final goodbye. Usopp choosing courage over fear. These moments now drift into the background, fading like footprints washed away by the tide. Because the next chapter isn't shaped by where they've been, it's shaped by what waits for them next. A distant roar rises from beneath the water, a reminder that giants, monsters, and legends live here. The ocean doesn't welcome newcomers, but the Straw Hats aren't ordinary travelers. And as the storm begins to open into a bright, golden horizon, one truth becomes clear. The world is expanding, and so are the threats that guard it. Season 2 is not just another journey. It's the beginning of the real adventure. The Grand Line appears like a doorway between worlds, beautiful, dangerous, and completely unpredictable. No map can truly explain it. No sailor can fully prepare for it. As the Straw Hat ship moves closer, the sea changes color, shifting from calm blue to something wild and alive, as if the water itself is warning them to turn back. But they don't, they can't, because their dreams now pull them forward, stronger than any fear ever could. The clouds part just enough to reveal a glimpse of what lies ahead. Islands that look nothing alike. A desert that never sleeps. A winterland trapped in endless snow. Skies that change in seconds, storms that form without reason, and winds that carry secrets older than any pirate alive. This isn't a simple sea, it's a test. A test that breaks those who enter without purpose. But the Straw Hats, each carrying a dream bigger than themselves, push forward with steady hearts. The narrator's voice deepens as the visuals shift. Strange animals watching from cliff edges, waves rising like walls, mysterious symbols carving themselves into ancient stones. Every new frame hints at an adventure that's bigger, wilder, and more personal than what came before. The Grand Line doesn't just challenge strength. It challenges loyalty, trust, and identity. It forces everyone who enters to face their truth. And the Straw Hats are no exception. A shadow passes over the water fast, sharp, and gone in an instant. Something is watching them. Something powerful enough to sense the arrival of new pirates. Whispers spread across the sea. A young captain with a straw hat is coming. A crew unlike any other is stepping into the heart of chaos. And somewhere deep inside this unpredictable world, an entire kingdom is waiting for its fate to be rewritten. The music grows heavier as the narrator reveals what awaits them next. A secret organization digging its claws into the world, controlling kingdoms from behind curtains. And a desert kingdom crying for help. The Straw Hats will not only face the sea, they will face a hidden enemy that moves silently through shadows. The Grand Line isn't opening its gates. It is daring them to enter. And they are ready. The Grand Line does not greet the Straw Hats alone. It answers them with faces, some filled with hope, others carved from danger. As the crew steps deeper into this unpredictable world, the shadows begin to form shapes. The first shape is a young woman standing beneath a blazing desert sun. Her eyes carry the pain of a kingdom, yet her voice holds the strength of someone willing to fight for it. She's a stranger at first, but her courage will tie her fate to the Straw Hats in ways they never expected. She becomes more than an ally, she becomes the spark that leads them into one of their most critical battles. But for every ally, a darker figure rises. From the sands of Alabasta, whispers spread of a man whose power stretches farther than any crown. A man with a cold smile and a plan woven deep into the bones of the kingdom. His presence is felt long before his face appears. Storms shift when he moves. Shadows crawl where he stands. He is the kind of enemy who doesn't simply fight. He dismantles dreams with strategy, secrets, and fear. And he is waiting, patiently. Around him, an entire network begins to reveal itself. Mysterious fighters, each with a number instead of a name. Men and women who move like shadows, who strike fast and vanish faster. One dances with strange grace, switching faces like masks. Another cuts through stone with steel arms that glint in the sun. Each one carries a purpose, a mission, and a piece of the enemy's grand plan. They don't warn their targets. They don't negotiate. They simply execute, yet as darkness grows, so does the promise of new hope. Somewhere beyond the desert storms and snowy mountains, a small figure watches the world with wide, curious eyes. A figure innocent enough to make even the harshest land feel warm, but powerful enough to stand alongside the world's bravest crew. A silhouette shaped by dreams and science, wrapped in mystery and heart. A new friend waiting to join the adventure when the time is right. The narrator's voice deepens as the montage speeds up, allies stepping forward, enemies closing in, battles forming like storm clouds. Season 2 isn't just about bigger scenes, it's about the people who shape the journey. The world is wider, the stakes heavier, and every new face, friend or foe pushes the Straw Hats closer to the moment where everything will be tested. The drums begin to rise. Slow at first, like a heartbeat echoing across the open sea. Then the rhythm grows louder, bolder, building toward something the world has been waiting for. The screen explodes with motion waves crashing, sand whipping across dunes, snow blowing through a frozen night. Every corner of the Grand Line flashes by in a rush, as if time itself is racing toward one unstoppable moment. In the chaos, the Straw Hats move with purpose. Zorro stands firm, swords drawn, sparks flying as steel meets steel in the middle of a violent sandstorm. His eyes hold a calm fire, the kind that only appears when a warrior knows the road ahead will test every scar he's earned. Then Sanji steps into the light, a flame touching the end of his cigarette. As he prepares for a fight he refuses to lose. His face is shadowed, but the confidence in his stance says everything. The screen cuts again. Nami gripping a weathered map as thunder rolls behind her. She has seen storms. She has survived monsters. But this journey forces her to trust more than her skill. She must trust her heart. A quick flash reveals Usopp, hands shaking yet determined, aiming his slingshot toward a threat hidden in swirling sand. He breathes, steadies himself, and chooses courage once again, and then Luffy, standing at the bow of the ship, wind pulling at his hat, eyes locked on the horizon. No jokes, no laughter. Just a moment of pure resolve. The kind of resolve that shakes kingdoms. As the light hits his face, the narrator whispers the truth. This season is not about finding a simple path. It's about stepping into a destiny that refuses to wait any longer. The music rises to its peak as the screen bursts into a fast montage, fist against claw. Sand erupting under heavy footsteps, a kingdom collapsing into chaos. A silent tear, an echoing scream, and a hero rising again. Every frame promises something bigger, deeper, and far more emotional than before. Then the world falls silent. A single line appears, carried by a calm voice. A bigger world. A new saga. And the Straw Hats are just getting started. The screen fades to black. A heartbeat. Then the announcement lands like a wave crashing onto shore. One Piece, Season 2, 2026. Only on Netflix. The sea roars one last time. and the straw hat slowly tilts in the wind, reminding us that the adventure is far from over.